Newsflash, your ideas are not exactly yours. Your ideas are not exactly yours. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ayomide, critically known as Golden Hill. And if you're just joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. So today we'll be discussing the topic you can be easily influenced. Like I said earlier, your ideas are not exactly yours. They are actually formed in your formative years by your family, your immediate environment, and those around you. So, one big influence we'll be talking about and we'll be exploring in this video is social media. Social media is everywhere. You will be hearing things you don't want to hear, things that you should be hearing, things that you're not supposed to hear. Everybody's just saying anything and everything. That's why you should be wary of social media, because especially during your formative years, it forms ideas, ideologies, and your belief system that actually make up who you are and what you want to be. So I'll give you a very good example. Late last year, around 30, 31, yeah, 2025. Everybody was doing 2025 rap, things I did this year, things I achieved this year. I did this, I did that. For some reason I could not explain, I was just doing a lot of thinking. I was just all over the place and all of that. In my church, we've been doing Thanksgiving, most of our morning prayers, which I've been joining in. But I get to social media and everybody is just feels like everybody has done a lot of things and I haven't done a lot of things. It felt the things I achieved in 2025 were inconsequential because the achievement of a lot of people were just all in my face at once. They were all in my face at once. So I got overwhelmed and I started feeling down and low. So I had to call myself to order. I took a step back and I had to analyze my year from January, February, and all of that. I introspected and I saw that God was good. God was good. It was just, me looking at a lot of people and everything. And social media does not even help with comparison because it makes us unthankful. So social media makes you compare where you are in your life and what other people are doing, which can make you lose track of what you are and who you actually are becoming, because you don't know, like I say it all the time, when it comes to social media you don't know the full story, so you can easily be influenced. Don't even say, oh, I am immune to these FMOI. Yeah, fear of missing out, fear of being involved, and all of that. That's not true. That's actually not true. You can be easily influenced. If you did not check it, we just realize that, oh, I got this from this. Why am I thinking like this? Why am I thinking in this way? It was what you actually see, what you take in, what you listen. Still on this point, social media, you don't have the full story. There's this idea of success that social media gives us that is way, way different from our reality. Because you should understand that, like I said, when it comes to social media, you don't have the full story. So, this idea of success, whereby is anybody doing this, everybody traveling the world, their jobs make them travel the world, you have your freelancing gig and all of that. That is actually what social media sells to us. The lifestyle of being free and doing what you love, or doing what you love plus making money from it. Not everybody will do what they love and make money from it. There are times whereby in your life, it might not even be throughout, but like there are some stages in your life whereby you have to actually do what you don't necessarily love, but because it had to be done, you have to make money, you have to survive, you have to prepare for a good life. It is actually allowed. So this idea of success that social media sells to us, that those that are doing specific kind of thing are the ones that are successful, actually very wrong. That's why I'm saying we should be very wary of social media. It has its good side and also its cons. So I'm bringing the cons to you so that you can be aware of it and you can be careful of it when you start thinking like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? But as Christians, as believers, the idea of success is doing what God has planned for you to do on this earth. That is what success is. You can do every other thing, right? But if you do not do that specific thing that God has destined you to do on this earth, that is not a good definition of success as a believer. For example, now Jesus came into this world and he started his ministry when he was 30. and he ascended to heaven at 33. So he did this specific purpose that God has called him to do in a space of 3 years, right? But to the world out there, you say that he didn't live a successful life, he didn't live a fulfilled life. But imagine he didn't die. He decided to, do the free lifestyle. I'm doing what I love. What I love is taking me a lot of places, traveling the world, and enjoying life, soft life, as we usually call it. Where are we going to be today? Because it's the reason for our faith, it's the reason why we are believers. So, success as a believer is doing what God has planned for you to do, being at the center of God's will for your life. That's what success is, and you should not forget that. You might see a lot of things around everything, and that's okay, but don't forget that success as a believer is doing what God wants you to do. You can do every other thing too, right? That's really okay. But if you don't do what God wants you to do, that's not even it. That's not a successful life. That's actually not a successful life, because you missed the point. There's this verse that I pray for my friend a lot, especially on their birthdays. Colossians 4:12. I pray that they all stand perfect and complete in God's will for their life. And I'm also praying that for you watching me right now, you stand perfect and complete in God's will for your life. You are always at the center of God's will for you. You have clarity, you know what to do, you know how to do it, you know when and with whom to do the things God has actually set for you to do. So the strategy of social media is this. One thing I've discovered, the strategy of social media is this: making you accept what you would ordinarily not accept. I'll say it again. The strategy of social media is this: making you accept gradually what you would ordinarily not accept. So yeah, I'm going to give you a practical example now. Do you remember a few times last year, when I think ending of last year, around November or so, when there were killings of Christians, persecuting the Christians at the north, and it was really, really, really sad. I heard the news. A lot of Christians heard the news, and our hearts were with them. Our hearts were with them. Our prayers were with them. Some of the gory videos were even flying all around. I could not watch it because it was really saddening and disheartening for me. I couldn't watch any of the video. I didn't see any of the video. I couldn't bear to see it. But I went to church and they led the prayer points, praying for them and everything. It was a sight, honestly. Not so good sight. Not so good sight. Now imagine then few weeks later, I was on social media and just scrolling through Instagram. Then skit makers started making videos of this from this situation. They started making videos from this situation. So ordinarily, me that when I hear news like that, my heart breaks and I just say a prayer for them, for their families, and that God keep them. When I started seeing those videos, it didn't necessarily eat my heart like it used to. I get what I'm saying. I get my point now. It didn't necessarily eat my heart as it used to, because social media has made fun of it. It has made light of the situation, that it didn't seem as serious as it used to. Because skits about it, where you see an Hausa man and you're Yoruba and you're traveling, just turn to Hausa and be playing Hausa songs, so those kind of things. So it felt not as serious as it used to. Until when I went to church, the pastor spoke about it, then I now realized that my heart did not feel the heat, could not feel the pain, could not feel the compassion that those people who are persecuted would have felt as before, because of what I've been saying, what I've been hearing. Things have actually exposed my mind. So that's why I said your ideas are not entirely yours. Your belief system, your ideologies, they are not entirely yours. They stem from something. That is why you should be careful of what you let in. So be careful of what you absorb in your mind. You should be careful of what you see. Be careful of what you hear. Be careful of conversations. Be careful of conversations. Not everybody should be able to sit down and just talk to you for hours if the conversation is not meaningful. The one reason why the world is the way it is because of Eve and a conversation with the snake in the Garden of Eden. That was the beginning of our problems. That was the beginning of our struggles. And it has not changed. One little conversation will put one idea in your head and you think it's from you. It is not. Be careful of conversations. Be careful of what you let in. And I'll leave us with this. I don't know, maybe you're part of those that read Sweet 16. If you're that, then you remember Aliyah and her father. I so much love that novel. There is something her father said that stuck with me. He was talking to Aliyah and he told Aliyah, like I'm telling you right now, you're watching me, I'm telling you right now, your mind is a beautiful room. Be careful of what you let in. Your mind is a beautiful room. Be careful of what you let in. Because they could either purify this beautiful room, make it more beautiful, or they pollute it. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for staying till the end. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share to your friends. Don't forget, your mind is a beautiful room. Be careful what you let in.